There are many minor muscle groups that we tend to ignore in our workout, and I'm here to tell you not to do that. Minor muscle groups play a significant part in overall development. As they say, every drop count, or maybe the saying was something else, but you get the idea, right? Even today, we're talking about a minor muscle group that many people tend to ignore. We are talking about the glutes, or if I say in layman's language, the butt. So, let's talk about 10 glutes exercises, and I highly recommend you all to include these exercises in your routine. Let's kick off this list with the unilateral stiff leg deadlift. The stretch is the key to doing this exercise. To target the glutes rather than the hamstrings, hold a dumbbell in your right hand with an overhand grip and extend your arm with your feet close together. Maintain a tight arch in the small of your back while keeping your head up. Hinge at the hips to drop your torso toward the floor, utilizing the weight as a counterbalance, while your left leg comes up in a straight line behind you, while keeping your left leg straight and locked. Squeeze your right glute and hamstring as you draw your chest back to vertical with your abs tight. Before switching legs, repeat for repetitions. Pro tip for this exercise is to do this while standing on a box. Girls are more stretchable than girls, so they have more command over this exercise. Next, we have lateral step up with kickback. The adductors and abductors are both worked in this exercise, but the kickback focuses on the glutes. Ankle weights can be used to add difficulty. Stand on the left side of the box or aerobic step. Step sideways onto the box with your right leg only. Then kick back with your straight left leg, contracting your abs and squeezing your left glute. Hold for a count of 1, then release the glute and carefully step off the box with your left leg first, then your right. Rep on each side for a total of 10 repetitions, then switch sides. A pro tip for you is to make sure you don't spring up. You'll want a bounce motion going on in there. To ensure you're not using your calves, isolate the squeeze, hold, and the step up. Now, we have split squat. This exercise strengthens both glutes simultaneously, stretching one while contracting the other. Use a stability ball instead of a bench to increase the challenge. Place yourself in front of a bench a few feet away. Carefully lay one foot on top of the bench, with the sole of your shoe almost parallel to the floor. Bend your front leg to lower your torso straight down toward the ground, keeping your knee behind your toes until your thigh is parallel to the ground and your back knee is within a foot of the ground. As you rise straight back up, press through the heel of your front leg and squeeze your glute. The thing to remember is that you should be going down, not forward. If you are going on, you would not be hitting your glutes. Now we have side band walking. This exercise successfully targets the glute ham tie-in, where most women's body fat is stored. To exert strain on the band, tie a resistance band below your knees and fall into a quarter squat position, feet slightly more than shoulder width apart. Step to the right with your right leg first, then your left, keeping tension on the band throughout, keeping your abs tight, and stay in the quarter squat. Step to the right with your right leg first, then your left. Rep until you've completed all of the reps, then switch sides and lead with your left leg. This exercise is excellent as it hits those areas of your glutes that are hard to hit usually. This is an exercise that I would recommend you all to include in your workout. Next up, we have medicine ball dead thrusts. You will feel this workout in different places of your glutes as you roll the medicine ball closer or farther away from your glutes. Please choose the one that allows you to feel it most in your glutes' lower middle section. Place a dumbbell or weight plate on your pelvis for increased resistance. Lie on your back on the floor, knees bent and heels resting on a small medicine ball. Squeeze your glutes and hamstrings, then contract your core to propel your hips upward. Hold for a count, then lower yourself back to the floor 3/4 of the way, maintaining your abs tight, and repeat. Keep your head pressed on the floor. It's easy to pinch a nerve in your neck if you do it with your head up. Next up, we have wide stance leg press. Thanks to the wide stance, the action is transferred from the quads to the glutes and hamstrings. Place your feet high on the platform on a 4 to 5 degree leg press machine, with your toes pointing out at 4 to 5 degree angles so that just your heels are resting on it at the upper outside corners. To bring the platform closer to your chest, unhinge the weight and bend your knees. Squeeze your glutes and hamstrings to press the weight back up after a 1-count pause. This exercise is just a variation of leg press, and it gets your glutes perfectly. Ensure that the small of your back is flush with the pad. Your glutes can easily pop up, but this can lead to lower back issues. Now we have leg press kickback. Use this instead of a dedicated butt blaster machine if your gym doesn't have one. It uses the same range of motion and targets the middle and upper crest of the glutes. In a 4 to 5 degree leg press machine, turn yourself over so your stomach and elbows are on the back pad and your knees are on the seat. Place one foot at the platform center. Unhinge the weight, straighten your leg. Squeeze the glutes at the top and press your foot back at a 4 to 5 degree angle. Rep the reps by returning halfway to the starting position. This exercise comes up with its own risks. Remember, do not arch your back, as it can lead to severe injuries, and I should not be the one telling you about gym injuries. You already have a good idea of how bad they can be. Next up, we have single leg Smith machine box squat. Do this at the start of your workout when your legs are still warm and you can concentrate on your glutes. Set up an aerobic step inside a Smith machine and stand with one foot on the platform and the other hanging straight down off the floor, resting the bar across your upper traps. Unrack the bar and stretch your free leg forward at a 4 to 5 deg angle, keeping your other foot firmly planted on the platform. Descend until your working quad is just past parallel to the floor, keeping your back flat. Return to standing by pressing up through your heel, pushing your hips forward and clenching your glutes. Make sure you don't move too much past parallel. Any further will put the patella under stress. Make sure the motion isn't bouncing. Next, we have single leg stability ball glute cable kickback. Working one leg at a time helps correct muscle imbalances. Experiment with different ranges of motion to find out which one works best for you. Connect an ankle collar to the lowest setting of a cable pulley. Wrap the strap over one ankle and take a step back from the pole about 3 feet. Place your stomach and upper thighs on a stability ball. Then place your non-working foot toes on the floor behind you and your hands shoulder width the part on the floor in front of you. Curl your heel toward the ceiling while keeping your hips pressed into the ball by locking your ankle and keeping your knees slightly bent. Squeeze your glute for 1 count, then slowly lower your toe back to the floor. At last, we have wall squat with stability ball. This move isolates the glutes and hamstrings while also protecting the lower back. Hold a pair of dumbbells for increased resistance. With a stability ball between it and the small of your back, stand facing away from a wall. Your toes should be pointing out at 4 to 5 deg angles in front of your hips, slightly broader than your shoulders. Squat down until the ball glides up your back and your quads are just past parallel to the floor, keeping your feet flat on the floor. Hold for a count, then raise only your toes into the air, pressing through your heels as you return to the beginning position, twisting your glutes and hamstrings inward. Before beginning the following rep, return your toes to the floor. These are some exercises you can use to get a big fat butt. That sounds inappropriate, but I rest my case. This was all for today. Now you tell us in the comments which exercise you love the most. Don't forget to like this video and share it with your gym, bro, and get big together. To subscribe to the channel for more updates like this. Until next time, bye-bye.